Sorry, Goober. So which one was he having a seizure in? Oh no. Was it the usual surprises? Oh no. Sorry, Goober.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. Ah!
Nurse, he's seizing. Oh, shit.
Sorry, Goober.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Sorry, Goober.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Oh, fucking... Okay, C. Mendez? Oh god, I don't know her password.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse. Employee of... A calendar from 1991. Rows and columns of files.
Then we would have just killed a man. Oh no. Oh well, I guess we would have just ended up killing him. I don't know what... Yeah, I don't know what we would have done. He would have really have just been dead. I know what to do. Thank you, Dave. Oh wow, this is a 33 megahertz with half the CPU and half the RAM. Ooh, it's even worse than ours. Thank you, Dave. C. Mendez. Odor Gator. The fuck kind of name is that? Or password is that? Okay. Odor Gate. No, okay. Odor Gator. I'm not thanking you for anything, Div. Charles Wade. Referral from Dr. A. Friedman, St. Francis Medical Center, Kentucky. Patient has undergone successful invasive heart surgery and was transferred to this facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in 6 to 8 weeks. Room 6B. Is there anything in here that we could put? Huh. Good job, Snipe. Of course, I don't have the thing anymore. To me, it looks like a state code, a 2-letter state code. Damn it, I hate this goddamn thing.
Columns of files.
Actually, I'll let me share it, but still.
Easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
That's annoying. Who? Damn it. Things keep... Kentucky's KY. Oh, okay. No, I don't know what KC is. Let's try grandfather. Patient was... Okay, so date of birth 3/17/24. Death 9/18/95. Patient was brought in by law enforcement in a state of confusion. No apparent exterior trauma. Pupil dilation normal, unresponsive to other stimuli. Possible stroke, referring to neurologist for further diagnosis. Deceased. All right. Well, Div could have imported some rice or gotten sushi rice or short grain. It usually has to be a short grain rice, but you know. Hey, Charles.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break.
Oh, there we go. I got one of them.
Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
Cool, Billy. I think you're, I think you might be trolling me slightly. Alright. It's just a goddamn game, if you're not. But I think you're fucking with me. And that's not what this is about. You're assuming a lot, Mr.
You're
Wade.
assuming a lot, Mr. Wade.
Guilty as charged. It's a stance I find remarkably effective for a man with little time and a tendency to be correct.
You might want to rethink that attitude. I have a history of surprising people.
Is that so? Very well. I'll indulge you for now. Who are you then?
I'm Cathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I
Were
was.
you?
You were late.
Ha!
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued.
Go,
Cathy.
Claude.
What can this old man help you with?
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Alright. Jimmy Cochran.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs.
Oh.
Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who
I don't like the way he said
determined
that.
the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
Okay.
What art theft?
There was a burglary
That's
at
new.
a mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Okay, art theft. The name rings a bell, but I'm not completely sure.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. I believe she... Anyway, when a young artist shot today...
What art?
There-
Well,
Okay.
what can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was, was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2
Wow.
paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every
Sure,
single
okay.
painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there
Okay.
was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Fuck you, Sheriff.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Okay.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Of course we know
Yes,
exactly what it
that's
is.
the one. You know the place, Cathy.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Cathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Oh, that's
Creepy.
lovely. Circles,
I wonder
though.
what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
You mean like
What do
these
you see in this
circles?
picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
Okay, or that.
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
All right. So now to the meat of the matter. Well,
Do you
actually,
recognize this, Charles?
this one
Of
first.
course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
All right.
He's being cooperative at the moment. I shouldn't push my luck.
I'm just gonna tase everyone. Damn it.
I don't need to show him. I don't. Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people questions like that.
Slightly. All right.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Cathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
All
Are
right.
you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
Okay.
Parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior.
Jesus
I
Christ.
couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson.
What the hell?
Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Huh.
It's hardly Grandpa's fault. He did everything he could to set my father straight.
Oh, I never claimed to doubt Joseph's commitment, but I'm not going to ignore his flaws either. Your grandfather often used his heart when he should have used his head.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I believe it is, objectively. But I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Okay, wow.
I don't need to. Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Cathy. Come back anytime.
Alrighty then.
A private phone. Wade must get special privileges here.
He probably pays for everything he gets.
Just some boring landscape paintings. Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him.
A
Just some
gramophone?
boring landscape paintings.
What's up, Claude?
I'd rather not. He'd crush me like a twig.
Alright, well, let's get the hell out of here. Now use the taser. I'd rather not. Oh, she's still not back? Alright, well, we talked to Wade. So we still have a couple of things that we can go do now. We can go talk to Grandma. We can go to the sheriff's station. We should go see Lily's mom at some point. The church, the nature reserve. Let's go to the sheriff's station first and see what's up. What's up, Lenny?
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Cathy.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Cathy. Sorry.
Thanks, Dem.
Nah, I don't. Nah.
Alright, fine. Don't fucking ask him. Oh,
Do
actually,
you
this.
know what this is?
I have no idea. Looks creepy, whatever it is. Where did you get it?
Grandpa had it hidden away in the attic.
Probably for a good reason, then. Be careful out there.
I fucked Goober up bad.
Gotta go.
See ya.
Apparently, shit. Goober's in the back bleeding all over the floor. You don't
Hello,
mind
Sheriff.
him.
Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny,
Yes, boss.
get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86.
On it, boss. There you go, Cathy.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright. Sweet. Alright. The alarm in the Wade estate. Oh. 31186. 112. Jesus, Div. 1:12 a.m. The alarm in the Wade estate is triggered. The house is empty at the time, and the neighbors contact law enforcement. 31186. 2:04 a.m. Officers arrive at the scene. Several broken windows can be observed. A sweep of the estate and surrounding premises reveals no trace of the perpetrators. The next day at 2:20 a.m., the single witness, identified as Franklin Goldfarb, reports seeing multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime. A month later, 12:15 a.m., Charles Wade arrives in Conwell Springs to make an official statement. After examining the house, he reports that paintings with an excess value of $15,000 have been stolen. 4/26/86, a couple weeks later at 2 p.m., the art in question has not yet popped up in any circles that are known to deal with stolen goods, terminating investigation due to a lack of leads. All right, Franklin Goldfarb.
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
All right. Well, we got the name.
Hey, Cathy, wait.
What?
Oh, what's up?
Do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery. Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And then maybe we could eat the food together?
Actually, I'd rather eat a foot. Oh.
I'm really busy right now. Maybe later.
We'll let him down easy.
Okay, see ya.
I don't want to be too mean. I don't want to tell him I'd rather go eat feet. All right. Let's go look up his name while we're thinking about it. The mythical phone book from the 90s.
No Goldfarb in here. Maybe he moved? I should ask around and see if anyone knows him.
Of course. Why would that be the case? Poor Lenny. Hey, Grandma.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
You haven't moved or changed. Is everything okay?
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I don't want to show her that.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
I don't think we do, actually.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Pretty much golden. I wonder if Granny knows exactly what's going on and she's just being fucking coy.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
Oh, no?
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man, maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma.
I don't know what R9K is. I assume that's some sort of Reddit subreddit, or some sub thing on a forum or whatever. Perma Virgin Wizards. The fuck, Div?
I don't see a reason to ask her.
Well, make me kick you.
I don't see a... Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Goober!
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear. Lost his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma. Looks like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Goober!
See you later, Gramps.
Take care, dear.
God damn it. Franklin Goldfarb is Goober, and we just tased his ass. Lovely. Wizard Chan. Cool. Alright. Poor Goober. Oh no. Oh, is he by the clinic? Oh no, Goober. Hey, look. Mendez, look, Carlita. Girl, where's Goober?
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Stop sighing at me.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Don't ask questions.
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
Nah,
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
sure.
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Nah.
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Cool.
Okay, thanks.
We sent him to the goddamn church. Lovely. Well, maybe the shock kind of took the crazy out of him. Let's hope. Apparently his acting career never existed.